Students differ widely in their learning. Learning is complex and influenced by many factors. We have known for some time that differences between students in genetic dispositions play a role. But we also know that the pathways from genes to behavior are long and winding. Genes that contribute to differences in complex human behaviors, including school achievement, work in interplay with environmental processes. But can we identify environmental, developmental, and psychological processes that translate genetic dispositions into observed differences in learning between children? This is the core question that we addressed in this study.
We examined if non-cognitive skills play a role in this pathway from genes to academic achievement. Non-cognitive skills are characteristics such as motivation, attitudes towards learning, curiosity, and emotional and behavioral regulation. We looked at whether non-cognitive skills mediate the relationship between genetic dispositions and school achievement. Rather than assuming that genes affect school achievement directly, we tested whether they operated indirectly through motivation, attitudes towards learning, and emotional and behavioral regulation. Results show that non-cognitive skills mediate a substantial proportion of the genetic prediction of academic achievement. This chart shows that the total genetic effects on grades, the 4-bar, broken into how much is mediated through non-cognitive skills, shown in orange, and how much is not, in blue. We found that non-cognitive skills more closely linked to education, such as academic interest and self-efficacy, played a greater role than emotional and behavioral regulation. We zoomed in to examine which education-related non-cognitive skills mattered more. We found that motivations and attitudes such as interest, curiosity, and self-efficacy played the biggest role in translating genetic disposition into observed academic outcomes.
We wanted to unpack this process of gene-environment interplay further to achieve a greater understanding of how genetic dispositions and non-cognitive skills combine and contribute to school achievement. So we looked at differences between siblings, fraternal twins in this case, which allowed us to separate the effect of family-wide processes from processes that are unique to each child within a family. And we found that the mediating role of non-cognitive skills could still be observed when looking at differences between siblings.
This underscores the key role played by individual-specific non-cognitive profiles in propelling children down different learning pathways. Our findings are in line with the transactional models of human development that propose that, partly in line with their genetic dispositions, children actively seek out different environmental experiences on the basis of their non-cognitive characteristics. And in turn, this will lead to different learning outcomes.
This study highlights the fundamental role that non-cognitive skills play in education, as they contribute to translating children's disposition into actual academic outcomes. This adds to the growing body of evidence that fostering non-cognitive skills might provide a successful avenue for educational interventions. However, our education systems are heavily skewed towards teaching and nurturing the cognitive aspect of learning, while the non-cognitive side of education is often left behind. Rebalancing our education system's focus towards fostering non-cognitive skills might lead to better and more inclusive educational outcomes for all children.